What's happening, Delco? I'm Rich Shane, and welcome to the What's Happening Delco podcast. Today, I'm joined by Alexis Long of Avec Elle Beauty Bar. Alexis, welcome to the podcast.
Hi, Rich. Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for being here. Alexis, what do you do?
I own a med spa. We do a whole bunch of different services here, including teeth whitening, laser hair removal, permanent makeup, injectables like botox and fillers. We have an IV drip therapy room and a whole bunch of things that make you feel good about yourself.
Now, you said a lot of services. Talk about some of the services a little bit more in detail. And what can people expect when they come to Avec Elle and they use some of those services?
Yeah. So I've been doing permanent makeup myself for 8 years or almost 8 years. And permanent makeup encompasses a tattoo machine. We can do eyebrows, eyeliner, lips, a whole bunch of different services that just kind of allow you to wake up and go and not have to spend time on your daily makeup routine. A lot of people, unfortunately, have lost eyebrows due to age or medical conditions like alopecia or cancer treatments or whatnot. So that's a huge service for those types of clients. We have laser hair removal, which focuses on obviously eliminating unwanted hair. We have IPLs, which also uses our laser technology that gets rid of sun damage, rosacea, active acne. We are constantly adding to our list of services. However, the ones that we have right now are amazing, and we're booked, and I'm so excited about it.
How did you get started with all this? I'm just curious as to, was this a passion as a kid or just something you discovered? You did a little bit of something and then it all expanded. How did it all get started for you?
That's a good question. I never was really into makeup. So it's really funny that now I tattoo it. This is actually exactly how it got started. Oh, did I lose it? No, you're good. My best friend and I were sitting together one night and we were talking about how we hated our eyebrows and we wished that we had more of them. And we looked up eyebrow implants.
Okay.
And so we actually discovered this thing called microblading. This was, like I said, like 8 years ago.
Is that where you see the people in the mall in the chair?
No, that's threading.
Okay, because that is to me still the most bizarre thing that
yes.
You're going to sit yourself in the middle of the mall and
yes.
people can see you this going on. I just maybe as a guy, or maybe as somebody that doesn't want to be that on display.
More power to them. It's a great marketing method.
I guess. So microblading is what you discovered or you came upon, right?
So threading, which you just referred to, is eliminating unwanted hair. Microblading is adding the illusion of hair.
Okay.
So it's for people that don't really have hair or the desired hair shape, eyebrow shape. So we implant pigment or inks right beneath the surface of the skin into the epidermis, and it creates this illusion of hair-like strokes. So then I got certified in more advanced techniques like permanent nano strokes, eyeliner, lip blush tattooing, which just makes a defined border for your lips because as we age, we lose the color in our lips. And, it also helps with things like scar tissue, things that people have sometimes on their lips, eyebrows, and whatnot. It just creates a more uniform look, more desired look, and they can just wake up and go. So it's not something that I envisioned myself doing, but I have my master's in business. So I always knew I was going to be a big, bad business owner one day. And here we are. This is just kind of how my life took me.
With your business, and I'm sure there are other businesses like yours out there, what sets you apart? What makes the Avec Elle Beauty Bar the place where people want to choose and go to?
Yeah. Well, I think that there's maybe like two different things. One, that we're a one-stop shop for a variety of different services. We're not a tattoo shop that only offers tattoos, which they are amazing and they focus on more body tattoos. But, since we have permanent makeup, we also offer different things that they, when they're here for their permanent makeup or something else, they care about how they feel about themselves and how they look. So normally they're here and they're like, oh, you offer that too? Maybe I can get that done. So that's number one. But two, I think that, not to toot my own horn, but me and the rest of our team, we're very personable, and we take pride in getting to knowing our clients and making them feel like family, not just in and out the door. I know more about my clients than sometimes I know about my friends and family, because we talk and we develop this relationship that's really amazing.
Your business is located in Newtown Square.
Yes.
Why Delco? What is it about Delco for you that stands out?
So I went to Bar-Newtown. I graduated in 2005, and I love this area. My husband's from South Jersey, and we currently live in North Wilmington. But, there's something about this area that just brings me back. I just can't leave. It's just, the people are so friendly. There's, especially Newtown Square. Newtown Square, I feel like, was missing something like this. There's places like this in Wayne and, other like Philly and stuff, but not so much right here. So I feel like this was a fantastic opportunity to help grow this community.
Now, we talked before the podcast, you're almost on your 1-year anniversary, right?
Yes.
What has the year been like for you? Talk about some of those aha moments where you were saying to you and your staff, to yourself and your staff, we're on to something. This is working. This is a great situation that we've started a great business.
So when you and I spoke almost a year ago, my business plan was definitely slightly different. I was nervous, and I was just, I was ready to own a business, but I don't know if I knew everything that would come along with it until you dive in. So we've adjusted a few things. We had a few services then that we don't have now, because while I still believe in them, they weren't really beneficial for a business. And then we've added other services that I feel like, are up and coming or going to take off. So I've definitely learned a ton. I don't know if there's one specific aha moment, or if it's just like cumulative of everything that's happened and how to be a leader and encourage the team without micromanaging. So as a business owner, I personally have learned a lot, but I think that my team, they've all also grown tremendously in their own skills. We constantly have seminars and, other learning sessions of whether it be in-house or externally. We've just worked collectively to build this business so far, and I'm extremely proud of them.
When we met and did the podcast, I know that getting the sign and finally getting that signage together was very challenging. Have there been any other challenges that over the last year you've overcome and maybe learned some things about?
Yes. Staffing has been a huge one, and I know I'm not the only one feeling that. I have a team now of 4 other girls that I feel so incredibly lucky to have. There's been a couple other people in the interim of this within the past year that, it just hasn't worked out. But in my head, I'm like, is it me? What can I have done better? It's just a constant learning process for me to figure out, it's a very challenging time to keep a staff right now. It's very competitive, and there's always somebody that can do something better. So I'm like constantly teaching myself to make it a desirable workplace for everybody. So that I think has been my biggest learning curve and challenge over the past year so far.
As a business owner, I am sure there are other business owners that are listening to the podcast that hear that same thing. What do you think are some of those ideas to make for a positive workplace where people want to not only come to, but stay?
So, I'm a mom. I have 3 kids and one coming literally tomorrow. So I I value personal time. And I think that that is a huge, that's been one of my big things from day one. So that actually was not something that I had to learn, but I think that's a huge reason why the 4 girls that I have love working here, because, you know, if they have weddings to go to or children to go to their games for, or whatever it may be, I'm understanding. I either cover for them or I make it work somehow by rearranging appointments. You know, also, another big thing has been COVID still. It's still very, you know, present in this world. And, you know, we're in people's faces. So we appreciate people having, you know, the courtesy to let us know if they do have any sickness. So that's been another issue. But anyway, recapping back to the girls.
But you're right. I mean, it's the current climate. So you want people to feel like they're valued, right? Yeah. And as you hit on it, personal time and that flexibility of knowing that in today's market, as you talked about, a lot of people can go anywhere. But if somebody gives them the structure in their life to say, you know what, if you need these days off or you need some flexibility with this, you'd be willing to and open to work with them on that.
Totally.
It makes them say, you know what, I don't have to go outside this, this business, this job, because I know at least I'm valued and my time's important.
Exactly. Yeah.
That's so new. Essentially, you were given your schedule. Hey, show up on this day, Monday, Tuesday, Friday, whatever. And these were your time slots you work. And in a different business climate, in a different employment situation, you'd be able to say, well, you know what, if that's not conducive for what you want to do, you'd have a stack of applications sitting in a drawer somewhere saying, I'll just reach out to the next person, which maybe not, it wasn't the best business model, right?
Right.
But that was what we had at the time. And now, like you as a business owner, you're adjusting to that.
Right.
What motivates you? What inspires you besides your 3 children right now and your husband? But what gets you out of bed in the morning?
Well, they physically get me out of bed. They, cooking breakfast makes it, I have to get out of bed for them. So, but I love what I do. I mean, this job, I'm here 6 days a week. We're by appointment only, but I have appointments almost every one of those days, unless I, take off for something specific. But I love this. I love building these relationships with these clients. I mean, these clients, I've been invited to baby showers and bridal showers for my clients. And it's really amazing to see and that they trust me and they've brought me into their life as like a friend and not just a service provider. I try to encompass different nationalities and different religious backgrounds and stuff like that. So I have a client who I do not celebrate Hanukkah, but she does. And she brought me this ginormous menorah to put in the window.
Oh, that's so cool.
Yeah. And I put it proudly in the window for Hanukkah last year. So, it's not something that I celebrated, but I think it's important to recognize everybody. And I think it's just, it gets me out of bed knowing that I am changing lives.
That is awesome. I love that. And for next Hanukkah, everybody in Delco, just bring your leftover menorahs.
Bring your menorahs to Avec Elle bar. Yes.
That sounds like fun. All right. You don't know these questions are coming. These are some rapid fire questions for you. Okay. Are you ready?
I think.
All right. You're obviously in Delco and you're looking to grab a cheesesteak. Where do you go?
Oh, well, this might be bad to say, but I've never tried Delco steak. So hint, I would love one sent my way.
There you go. Now, what about pizza? You're maybe buying and bringing something in for the staff, or you want to send somebody to a great pizza place?
So if we're talking Delco, my friends at Carmine's right next door are fantastic people, but where I'm from, there's this place called Italy to Go in North Wilmington. Their pizza is top notch.
All right. If you're venturing south of Delco to Delaware,
yes,
that's where to get a piece of pizza or a slice of pizza, right? Yes. Now, if you have friends coming in or out of town, or you are talking to one of your customers and you want them to have that full Delco experience, what do you recommend? Besides getting those services that you provide at your Avec Elle Beauty Bar, what would you recommend?
So are we staying in Delco for this?
It would be nice.
Okay. So in Delco, I would take my friends and family to Joseph Anthony, any one of them, Glen Mills, Springfield. Well, they're the ones in Delco. That's just an amazing experience. And I heard that they just brought on charcuterie boards that you can get there.
What? Okay.
So they just had their cookies, but now you can order that. So it's just up to that entire experience. So we're getting facials and massages there. And then probably followed by, I think, the ice cream place. Oh my gosh, I'm blanking out because pregnancy brain is very real.
Was that Sugary? Is that the one you're talking about?
Yeah, Sugary.
Okay.
They have a fantastic selection. We would probably go there. And, I probably cap it off with some Chad's Ford Winery.
Nice. That sounds like a lot of fun. It's like a great day. After you get done all the baby stuff, then you can get back to doing that, right?
Yeah. Yes.
All right. Wawa or Royal Farms?
Oh, is that a real question?
Yeah.
Wawa all day.
Awesome. Wawa all day.
Royal Farms is not Delco.
This has been awesome. How do people find you? Social medias, location, phone number?
So on, we have a social media manager, so I need to get really into TikTok. I don't really know how to work it, but on TikTok, on Facebook and Instagram, we're all Avec Elle Beauty Bar. That's AVECELLE Beauty Bar. We're also starting a YouTube channel that just kind of, it's very bare bones right now, but it will develop into more in-depth procedures and, how we do things here. And then our phone number is 610-619-0066. And we have our website, AvecElleBeautyBar.com. You can find pricing and booking on there. And
location?
We're in the Newtown Square Shopping Center, right in between Acme and Michael's, directly next to the post office. That's at 3574 Westchester Pike. Newtown Square. Is there anything we haven't talked about yet that you just want people to know about you or Avec Elle Beauty Bar? I think that it's not just simply that we're a med spa. I think that we're an experience. And like I said, we become family here. So I'm just excited to meet more future members of my family. That's great. And I know we had a whole conversation about you met your sister, but we'll keep that to people wonder when they see you, hey, what's that about your sister? Yeah. This has been awesome. I appreciate your time today. I think that what people will find is when they go to the website and they see the services and they come in, they will become family. And I think that's one of the things that really does set you and your staff and Avec Elle apart, is that it's about building relationships. It's about working with your clients' needs and desires and making them feel comfortable and beautiful. And look, we all have those, things that are glaring when we look in the mirror, right? Right. What we see about ourselves is what we see. It may not necessarily be what the world sees, but you help people feel that beauty and feel comfortable with what they're doing and just build their confidence, right? Yeah, exactly. Building confidence from the inside out. Well, we can't wait to see your 1-year anniversary celebration, all the great things that are going to happen with Avec Elle, and we look forward to keeping in touch. And thanks for being a friend of What's Happening Delco. Yes, thank you so much, Rich. Thanks, Alexis.